How do you find timing to be for you on logical reasoning?
Um, okay, like sometimes, or I'm short like a few questions, but mostly I'm like okay with the time. But one thing I need help with is like sometimes I get stuck, like I get really, I guess, determined to figure a question out and I take so long on it. And I just want to know like when is the right time to move on from that question and just continue and then get back to it if I have time or not. So sometimes that happens and then I lose time, but in general, I am able to finish it in 35 minutes. But of course, like I've done practices timed and untimed, and my scores are much better when I take like as much time as I need and I do like really well. So, the time obviously affects my performance.
Sure, sure. And you talked about knowing when to stop working on one question and move on to the following questions.
Mhm.
Do you notice there's a certain point at which you start to panic rather than improving your understanding on that
Yeah,
question?
yeah.
That's the moment. That's the
Okay.
moment. So when you're not making any progress in deepening your understanding of, let's say, the argument,
Hmm.
and the answer choices are only serving to further confuse you, at that moment, say, you know what, I'm going to make this one of the handful of questions that I flag and hope to come back to at the end, and that's okay.
Okay.
Personally, I'll flag 4 or 5 questions in a single logical reasoning section sometimes,
Hmm.
just I
Okay.
don't want to deal with them in the moment. There could be like longer parallel reasoning questions or principal application or topics that I don't feel super comfortable with. Those are the ones that I say I'm going to leave these aside. And the digital LSAT even has a flagging tool on it to make it easy to see those particular questions. You skip them, come back at the end.
Do you select an answer choice just in case you weren't able to come back to them?
Personally, I probably don't, but that's
Okay.
because I feel comfortable that I'll finish the section. I'll get to the end and have
Hmm.
time to go back.
Okay.
I'm working at a really fast pace on the easier questions so that I have a time bank built up of close to 5 minutes. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.